we realized that we very often send quotes too quickly instead of really making sure that we have qualified and really committed the customer for a quote presentation.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love for life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone, welcome to my scaling up journey, and this is episode 19. And as we say, this is where entrepreneurship runs Mac into reality. My name is Mattias, and who are you?
I'm Svea. Welcome also from my side. And as in every Monday episode, we will talk about your weekly self-inventory that you do. So
yes,
let's jump right in and start with the first question.
Yeah.
And the first question is connected to your first core value that you have at your company, iGoMoon, which is be brave. And the question is, what are you not proud of, and what could you have done better looking at the past week?
This week is not just about what I could have done better this week, or very rarely it is actually for the week, because I think I kind of often start to reflecting on a little bit, I would say, a bigger perspective.
Yeah.
The macro perspective, you maybe say in English, and not just a micro perspective. But I mean, over the last quarter, I feel that we have been losing some quotes or business, which I basically thought we should win. So in last week's Lunch and Learn sales, we were talking about this, and we realized that we very often send quotes too quickly instead of really making sure that we have qualified and really committed the customer for a quote presentation. Basically qualifying the customer better is something we need to change, and I'm a little bit how should I say, I'm not I think that falls on me basically, because I need to make our account managers aware of that, so that's something I could done better. And very often when we miss qualifying the customer, they get back to us and maybe tell us you are too expensive or something. So, but we watched videos on the topic, and we then started to build like a qualifying framework. So the framework basically looks like this: that we are super focused to understand the goals, the customer goals, what is the goal or goals you would like to achieve here, dear customer, and I mean both from the company perspective and the personal perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have actually one more question about, you said that sometimes you're sending quotes too quickly, right? And that sometimes lead to that companies don't decide to go further with you. And what do you think why that is? Why you send out quotes too quickly? Is it because you think maybe companies probably ask a couple of more companies for quotes, right? And do you think maybe that's the reason that you should be quick? Or what do you think? Why did you send out quotes too fast now?
Basically, I think you get trigger happy as an account manager, and someone is maybe like saying in the qualify and explore call or the sales call, hey, we would like to get a quote from you, and then you think as an account manager, wow, I want to sell, let's send a quote. And then you are not qualifying, and you are not committing the customer to actually sit down and discuss the quote. So you basically just send it. So basically you get trigger happy, so I think it's super important to actually understand the goals, both from a personal and a company perspective. Also asking about the timing. Is there a project timeline here? And that could be like asking when in time would you like to implement the solution. In our case, it could be like a sales-ready website in HubSpot or a HubSpot CMS migration. And then it's good to also ask question about the budget, because when you know about their goals, you could ask how much do you basically plan to invest to achieve your goals. Then you get a better understanding here, like, okay, is there budget in our ballpark, basically.
Yeah.
So and you also get a little bit better understanding, maybe about their experience, how much it could cost, because I think that's the next step in the framework, basically, to understand the stakeholders' experience around similar projects.
Yeah, understand. Are you ready to move on to the next question, or is there something more you want to say on this topic?
Yeah, maybe I can elaborate a little bit more about the experience, because it's very important to understand their experience around around evaluating quotes and understand risks, and also how much time they basically will spend in the project themselves. Because if the customer if they don't have the experience, it's very important to actually educate them before you send the quote. So and this is that's I would say like goals, timing, budget, and stakeholders' experience is the framework we started to create, and then it's very important to actually take command and tell the customer, like, of course, we would love to work with you. I'm very grateful you want us to send a quote, just to make sure we kind of get well invested time here, and I hope you can collaborate with me, because I would like to set up a meeting where we can present the quote.
Yeah.
So then we have the meeting in the calendar, and then we can go back and create the quote, and then we actually know that, okay, we have a meeting to present it.
Yeah, that sounds like the right structure and the right pace to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question of your self-inventory. Yeah. That is connected to the core value, stay crisp, and that is, what did you learn?
Yeah, I think I shared a lot of things we learned a week already in the first one, but in the entry meeting I was sharing about the things that I learned about using the branded landing page in Vidyard to actually create more opportunities on that landing page by adding CTAs like shoe guides and our services and stuff to actually draw people into our marketing funnel. I think we also actually talked about it, you and me, last week on Friday or something. Yeah,
I've noticed a lot of times when we talk about what you've learned, you talk about Vidyard. Actually, you are taking a course there or something, right? Wasn't it that, or a webinar with Vidyard?
Yes, or yeah.
So how long is that course?
We are a Vidyard partner, and they have like for their partners a 4-week training program.
And that's once every week, or how often is that? Okay. Yeah, it seems very valuable because you talk about this a lot. I noticed that. All right, yes. So that was that on the stay crisp part. Let's move over to the last one, the fun question. What have you been celebrating this week, or how many kudos did you give out? Do you want to explain first what kudos are for people who are new here?
Yeah, kudos are our peer-to-peer recognition currency.
Yeah. All right. And who did you give this to last week?
Last week I gave kudos to Frank, Åsa, and Goran and Annie. So I was
very happy with all of them.
I was very happy. It was rating kudos all week.
So was there anything in particular you've celebrated, something they have done or something else last week?
It was amazing to kick off Annie. It was her first week last week here at iGoMoon, so we were doing onboarding, and she was super eager and hungry to learn more about how she could contribute fast and learn what she should focus on. Like, she was kind of a little bit all over the place. She definitely has the right energy and attitudes.
Cool, that sounds amazing. I'm really glad to hear this.
Yeah.
Just a reminder at this point, you guys out there watching, if you have any questions to Mattias or me, who knows, please feel free to leave us some comments. So at some point when we gathered some of your questions, we're happy to answer those. So don't be shy. Otherwise, I would say that's it for our Monday episode for the weekly self-inventory. Any special takeaway you want to take out there, or I say it's good?
I think it's good to not be too trigger happy when someone is asking you for a quote, and don't forget to qualify and commit the customers before you send the quotes. And I also want to say I'm grateful if you watch the episode, and please give us feedback or ask us something. It will really help us to improve the content in the vlog. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.